And now we turn it over to Shaylee Meyer for a look at this week's sports.
Shaylee, MSUM unveiled the design of its new football field, and my face wasn't in the end zone.
I know, I'm sorry about that, Jordan. The Dragons broke ground on Shields Field, which players say is making the wait for fall football that much harder. Turner Blofis takes us to the Dragons spring game, where the MSUM crowd said goodbye to the old field and hello to artificial turf.
The annual MSUM spring game saw the defense in their gray uniforms lock down the offense in a 60-17 win. And the excitement for the new turf is through the roof.
They talk about it all the time. I think, trying to figure out what color it's going to be, what the design's going to be, certainly that's captured their attention.
The players had made several suggestions for field designs on the artificial turf. MSUM linebacker Aaron Bull had a few ideas that didn't make it far into the discussion.
I heard the one with my face on it got shot down, but I'm hoping for the one that's alternating green, and this is Dragons in the middle field. I mean, I've heard about 30 different designs, so I'm finally excited to see what it's going to finally look like.
The new field won't have Bull's face on the 50, but the team is happy with the classic turf design. The players are excited about their new field, but the anxious Dragons are even more excited to show what they're capable of on it.
Just reaching our full potential, We've always been a little bit short, and this year, if we just reach our full potential, it'll be good.
The Dragons boast an experienced roster with a large senior class. The incoming seniors are hoping their new field will be just one of the final touches on their football careers.
After every year, it's always like, oh, you still got one more year, and now this is your last year. After this year, you don't have one more, so it's kind of all or nothing right now.
With photographer Meg Keim, Turner Blofis, Campus News Sports.
1, 2, 3, take right!
The first game on Shields Field is set for September 3rd against Winona State. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. It will also be the first home game under the lights in Dragon history. The MSUM Lady Hummers have done it again. The women's rugby team has qualified for nationals for the third time in the last year. After finishing in third place at the 2014 NSCRO National Championships last fall, they will be traveling back to the East Coast for the National Sevens Championship. They were invited last spring but were unable to go due to finances. Now they are finally able to go and show what they are made of.
It gives me that drive to just perform well and do well for the team and everything. And especially with us going to nationals, it's a big deal. So it's nerve-wracking, but I'm super excited to just be back out on the field with the team.
The Hummers 15s team is ranked second nationally. The Sevens tournament starts today and goes through Sunday in West Point, New York. Training for a marathon isn't something most people look forward to when waking up in the morning. Haley Warnicki reports how 2 MSUM students are getting in shape for the Fargo Marathon as they run together to make it to the starting line.
It is a cold Wednesday morning. At 7 o'clock, most people are still in bed or just getting ready for the day. For 2 MSUM students, they are finishing their morning stretches to begin their Fargo Marathon training.
It's always easy to say, I'm gonna get up and go run, but when your alarm goes off, it's kind of easy just to hit the snooze. But if there's people waiting for you and there's people keeping you accountable, that's kind of what I wanted.
When Jessie brought up the Wednesday morning sessions, she says she thought more people would show up. Only one other student came.
This is 2 more people than what MSUM Running Club has ever had. So we'll just keep building and building and building.
Next year, hopefully more people will come and it'll just keep growing and growing as the years go by.
Running isn't just a goal for Jessie and Justine. It is also a way to let off some steam.
It's my therapy. It's my stress reliever. It's something that you can always do on your own and just keep increasing your goals.
Keeps me in shape. It honestly just keeps me calm. If I'm stressed, that's what I do.
Every Wednesday morning, they motivate each other to accomplish a goal they set months ago, to cross the finish line at the Fargo Marathon. With photographer Louis Johnson, Haley Warnicki, Campus News Sports.
The Fargo Marathon is Saturday, May 9th. Both Jessie and Justine will be running the half marathon. While some students are ready to take a break for the summer, Bison football players are getting ready for another season. NDSU lined up to get their championship rings and kick off the season at the Green and Gold spring game. The offense and defense went head-to-head, showcasing their talent and battling for starting spots. Starting quarterback Carson Wentz led the team on a 65-yard scoring drive in his only action of the game. The offense scored on 6 of 9 drives on the way to a 61-12 win over the defense. NDSU will kick off the 2015 season in Montana on Saturday, August 29th in the FCS kickoff on ESPN. As the school year comes to a close, MSUM held its annual Red and White celebration to relive the past year in athletics and recognize some key members of the athletic department. Reporter Thor Thompson shows us what has the Dragons fired up.
The 2014-15 year was a big one for MSUM. With the men's basketball team's run to the Elite Eight and groundbreaking for the new Shields Field, the Dragons had plenty to applaud at the annual Dragon Red and White celebration. The event honored coaches and staff, but the main draw was the unveiling of the new Shields Field. To MSUM President Ann Blackhurst, the $1 million donation from Shields was about much more than just renovating the football field.
It was just a really important signal to the community that we were serious about putting our resources into our athletic programs and doing what was necessary to make them successful, and also a really important message that the community would be willing to invest in us.
Even after the football season was done, there was more excitement and momentum to come. The men's basketball team made an unprecedented run to the Elite Eight, and that national exposure brought a spark to the Dragon fire.
My word, the last month we were all over the paper and TV and radio stations, and that was pretty wonderful. And just the following, and it seemed to, a lot of people got excited about it, got on the bandwagon, really appreciated what they did.
Not only did the basketball team energize the city of Moorhead, it also showed the role athletics could play in promoting the university.
They're not our central reason for existing, but they can help elevate our reputation and our visibility in a way that helps everyone, including our academic programs.
The athletic success and partnerships with local businesses have brought a newfound swagger to MSUM, and many around the area are taking notice.
Now, it's pretty trendy to be a Dragon fan around town, it seems, and on campus, so I think that's great.
With photographer Tommy Thompson, Thor Thompson, Campus News Sports.
Shields Field will feature artificial turf and will be ready for the Dragons' home opener on September 3rd.
Shaylee, I bet they just can't wait to step on some new turf.
I know, I'm sure it'll be nice not to be running in mud every time they have to practice or play a game.
Thanks, Shaylee.